wasn't holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Let's open up and tour the all-new 2022 Grand Design Transcend Xplor 265BH. Hello and good afternoon, everybody. This is Chris with Great Escapes RV Supercenter, and it is my pleasure to show off this sweet travel trailer with you all today. We're going to walk around the outside, show you the unit all closed up and explain some of the features. We're going to also climb onto the roof and do the same thing. Then we'll go inside, show you the unit all closed up. How practical would it be if you had to be parked on the side of the road to maybe catch some Z's, use the restroom, or maybe even cook a meal? How easily accessible is this RV? Then we'll take and we will open it all up, show you the final overview, and give you guys a good tour. Enough for my chatter, let's jump into this. Thank you all for joining me. So starting out here with the front, you've got a nice power tongue jack on here. I really love this. It also has a nice convenience light. So if you're docking up at night, you're gonna have dual 20-pound propane tanks, which you fill upon your purchase, as well as provide you with a battery. This is a rolled aluminum camper. They have an upgraded exterior coating on this through Grand Design that helps as far as rock chips and scuffs and UV fading over time. Really nice setup on this. They also have a nice little diamond guard rock plate on here, help out with rock chips. You're gonna see you got pass-through storage on this. This is 43 cubic foot, one of the industry leading amount of pass-through storage, which is pretty sweet. You also on your baggage doors have a convenient little magnetic catch on here. You've got your outside spray shower as far as hooking up to your outside spray port. You've got your manual override as far as being able to use your stabilizer jacks. You have on, off, and motion sensing LED lights. Very nice. This is your manual jacks right here, but get you a 3/4 inch socket, hook that up to a drill. That'll raise and lower much faster than if you had to do that manually. This is a dual entry camper. This is going to lead into your bedroom area, and then this section right here will lead into the back portion, into your bunk area / living area. Very nice. You have a 16-foot full span awning. It's a Solera awning. Nice setup on that, which we'll open up here in a bit. 30,000 BTU furnace. This does have a heated and enclosed underbelly. You also have a 110 power source right here. Be able to hook up an outside TV, entertain the friends and family, and also have cable TV output as well if you go to a campground that offers that. It's gonna have standard setup on your Westlake tires, Dexter axles, nice setup, and then you've got standard setup on your rims. This also has exterior mounted marine grade speakers. This is once again the 265BH. Coming back here, that shower sprayer that I was showing you up front, this is a convenient little spray port for that. This is a section right here for potable water if you guys want to go camping and be able to carry the water with you. You have a full-size spare tire here on the back. You also have a nice convenient little storage center right here, which is right under the bunk area in the back. Open this up. Very nice amount in here. This is actually 42 inches by 22 inches. A good amount of storage in here with a 110 power source, on, off, and motion sensing LED lights as well. Be able to put you a bunch of additional stuff back here and haul it for the road. Very nice. Tubular style bumper. You have a pre-wire as well for the Furrion backup camera, and then you have a nice access ladder to gain access to your fully walkable roof. I've got one hand holding the camera, and the other hand is going to climb up ninja style. Hopefully I don't fall because I'll still post it, and claw onto the roof and show you guys some of these features. Let's do it. Okay. All right, I didn't fall. Okay, so up in the front, you have a nice 165 watt solar panel. That's very sweet. It also matches up really well with an 8 cubic foot 12 volt refrigerator upgrade, which they have now, which is pretty sweet. You're gonna have a 13.5 AC, a Winegard omnidirectional Air 360 antenna, which makes it so much easier to be able to find your channels. You've got dual skylights and dual ventilation system as well. And then those little circular vents over there, those are the air siphon 360, which is pretty sweet. Takes your positive pressure on the outside, negative pressure on the inside, creates like a vacuum. It's like the Venturi effect. Helps it ventilate out your black and gray water smell. Very cool. 6-gallon hot water heater is a DSI, direct spark ignition. This is one slide out. Comes in really handy. It's just on this side. This is your black and gray tank dumping areas down here. As you can see, I'll give you guys a nice little overlook. This is a nice enclosed underbelly, as you can see. Very nice. There's your low point drains as well. This is a section in right here if you guys want to hook up to be able to flush your black tank. And then on the opposite side right here, we take and open this up. Magnetic catch. Opposite side of your pass-through storage, you've got your solar charge controller right here. You have your cable TV and satellite inputs. I love that they put a little GFI right here because this comes in extremely handy. You guys have your hose coming up through here, plugged into city water connection. Maybe you're dealing with freezing temperatures. If you have that heated hose, then you can plug it into there, prevent your hose from heating or from freezing. 12-volt battery disconnect right here. Simply turn that off and you guys can be able to have that for whenever you're in storage mode. And then city water and fresh tank fill connections. Take and close this. Now let's go inside and check out this RV all closed up. Very awesome. This is a good family camper. It's got plenty of room for sleeping friends and family. It's got a lot of really cool features on here. Of course, if you're not following us on YouTube and on Facebook, highly recommend it. We're always trying to stay with the times. I don't claim to know everything. I'm not like all those other guys, but at the same time, I just like to show off some cool RVs, explain some of the cool features and highlights, and who knows, you might be able to find the RV of your dreams here at Great Escapes RV. Yeah, I'm so corny. All right, let's come into here. All right, so first things first. This is your slide out. Looking down, you see you don't have a ton of room to move around, but it is a good portion of room to be able to move around. So if you are parked on the side of the road and you did need to access, you know, like the front area, the rear door would make it difficult to access through, but you have a door up front to be able to gain access to the front sleeping area and the bathroom. As far as your refrigerator, you could still technically open your refrigerator and pull out some drinks and stuff. You'd be able to open up your freezer completely to gain access to that. You have full access to your sink and your stove, as well as your booth dinette. That'll still fold down into a bed to sleep friends and family. And then of course back here, the couch, you've got that, will fold into a bed. And then your bunk area, it's all set up. So as far as this being, you know, easily accessible for like friends and family and stuff, you can definitely be able to have that and be able to pull over on the side of the road and gain access to pretty much everything on here. If you can't get up there, you just go outside and go up to the front portion of it. Very cool. This is your command center. Everything's all easily labeled, properly located as far as your ceiling lighting, which we just turned on. Very cool. Your exterior lighting. You've got your water pump right here. You'd simply hit this if you guys have water that you're carrying with you with your fresh tank fill, and you guys can be able to have pressurized water fixtures. And then gas and electric. You'd mainly use your gas if you're going like dry camping or in areas where you don't have electricity. And then you'd use your electric if you guys are plugged in at a campground. Also, you guys can hit gas and electric if you guys have multiple people doing showers and you want a quicker recovery time. Of course, checking your battery level, fresh water, black water, gray 1 and gray 2, and then awning 1 extension and retraction, and then your slide room in and out. You also have a Furrion AM, FM, Bluetooth, auxiliary USB, multi-zone selection sound system, which is a really nice setup. We're gonna go ahead and take and push this slide out. This is a rack and pinion slide out. So as it gets to its furthest extent, I've kind of gotten to the point where it sounds like a drum. It kind of sounds like a drum. It's basically the gear at its maximum point. And once you hear that, you'll hear it go kind of like a rattle, like a drum, and then that lets you know that it's at its fullest extent. So listen for it. Right like that. And we are at our fullest extent. Now, looking through here, you have plenty of room to be able to move around. Very nice. And that only took a couple of seconds to open and close. So, I mean, it's pretty convenient as far as being able to gain access to the front portion if you needed to. You've got a nice couch right here. You can simply pull this up, pull it down, be able to have an additional sleeping area for the friends and family. Simply take it and push it back up with one hand, very carefully. You have 110 and USB charging back here as well. A nice setup with the bunk area, plenty of room over there, top and bottom. And of course, underneath this has that storage compartment, which I had showed you. You also have privacy curtains on here as well. Very nice. Simply open this up. You've got a nice bar going across if you guys wanting to hang some clothes, put the kids' shoes there, maybe put some kids' toys and stuff inside these storage drawers. I love that Grand Design is constantly taking the little voids and stuff and nooks, and a lot of times in other manufacturers they would just close that off. Grand Design is creating little storage areas for that. So hats off to Grand Design, very awesome. Of course, this RV is going to have carbon monoxide, smoke detector, fire extinguisher, emergency exits, all of the standard features and safety features that an RV should have. You got a nice setup with a swivel mount TCL Roku TV, so you can be able to do your Netflix, Hulu, Prime, all that cool stuff. Plenty of countertops, prep space as well. I'm sorry, I get so passionate about this. I start to kind of get into a REM and I end up stumbling over my words sometimes, so I appreciate your patience and support with that. 3-burner Furrion cooktop. This is very nice. It's got a tempered glass insert. Of course, be careful with this because if you guys are cooking, you don't want this in place because it will break. And then once it's completely done, the only time you'd be putting this down is once this is completely cooled off, because you can still have the potential to have this tempered glass break. It's mainly used for additional countertop prep space, so FYI. You have your on light right here to operate your convenience light so you're not tripping at night, and then press it down, it'll turn on. It also turns on your oven light. Very cool. You've got the overhead hood, so if you guys are burning the bacon in the morning, you got your Furrion microwave as well. Plenty of storage in here. Nice setup, a one-piece stainless steel sink insert with a chef style faucet. Very cool. You got the Furrion 8 cubic foot residential, well, somewhat residential, refrigerator, and it's the 12 volt, so very awesome. I've literally, I've only had this plugged in maybe 15 minutes, and I mean, I'd be comfortable putting perishable items in there. Very cool. Nice large booth dinette. These rods will come out. This will collapse. You can put your cushions running across, and then you can sleep additional friends and family all together. Oh man. So you could do technically 2 people here, maybe 1 or 2 people here, 1 or 2 people, depending on if they're kids or not. So 2, 4, 6, 8. You could sleep, it'd be crowded, but you could sleep up to 8 to 10 people in this RV. This is really, really cool. Getting into this a little bit further, you've got your thermostat right here. You also have a nice pass-through bathroom. You got your vanity and your medicine cabinet. I love that in an RV of this size, they give you a porcelain toilet. That is the real deal. Nice walk-in shower as well. I gotta highlight this, and this is one thing I do on a lot of my other videos. I love these slingshot doors. They're cool. They do their purpose, but if you're in the middle of showering, I've used these before because I'm an RVer myself. I had one time, and you open this up and it kind of makes that loud crashing noise. It can be kind of startling. So if that's something you like, that's totally cool. Be cautious of opening and closing that because it can make some noise. But if you don't like it, get yourself the little D-rings, hook that up to this, and then you can still be able to have a shower curtain to be able to open and close. Very cool. You've got pocket doors as well. You've got additional pocket storage, deep pocket storage for your toiletry items and towels. Very cool. And then coming up into here, it's a 60 by 80 queen size mattress. And you got a nice TV backer right there to be able to hook you a flat screen TV. Additional overhead storage. Very nice. And then they've got this little light right here, which I didn't turn on. There you go. Very cool. Simply lift this up like so. You've got additional storage features underneath, and then all of your manuals that come with it as well. Very cool family size camper. Ladies and gents, this is just a brief introduction to this RV. There's still so much that goes into it. That's one of the reasons why I expressed that we give an RV training class with all new and used purchases. We also have a free private campground, which is included in your RV purchase. So when the day comes for you to be able to pick up your RV, it's parked at the campground. We give you guys the training class. We'll hook you up with an RV starter kit with all the basic essentials to hit straight to the campground, and then we let you stay a night on it. You wake up the next morning, if you have questions or issues, you're still here on the lot. It's one of our value-added features that we have with all new and used purchases, and customers love it. They travel all over the United States to take advantage of it. Last but not least, let's see what this awning looks like. 16-foot full span awning, extend. So this is the Solera awning. At its fullest extension, you're gonna see a flap that'll fold down. with the awning being brand new, sometimes that flap wants to stick. Not to worry though, once you get to the fullest extension, sometimes if you back it up a little bit, it will come detached and then it will come and hang down. That lets you know that it's at its fullest extent. But if you were to continue to hold it, it would basically roll up on itself backwards and you could potentially damage the awning. So what you're seeing right now is I'm backing it up. There's that flap. It was just new, so it's kind of sticking to the top of it. But this is where you need to be at your fullest extension. This is gonna be part of your training class. So this lets you know this is as far as it needs to go. Next but not least, of course, this is plenty of shade, but this thing will catch wind really well. So if you're going to bed at night or you're leaving your campsite and there could be a potential gust of wind or a freak storm roll through, definitely take into mind that that's something that you need to be able to roll in, because unfortunately with warranty, a lot of times with awning damages and stuff, it's usually caused by user error, and that's stuff that's not covered by warranty. Also, take this, simply pull this down. You can pitch the awning to the left or to the right, depending on how you want the water to run off. Very cool, but never push up past that breaking point, because if you push up that way, it will put it in a bind and you will damage the awning, and it's not a good thing. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for your time and the opportunity to do business together. I ask that you please like, subscribe, comment, and share. We hope to see you soon. Happy camping.
Headed on down.